Welcome to the Spirit of Life channel. This message begin right now. Earthlog, coping with the big stretch, and more water magic. I have been quiet the last few days, because I have been on an organizational mission. Well, Archangel Michael did say that this year we would be focusing more on the masculine energy, and indeed so I have. For the last month, in fact, I have been almost driven by a need to clean up and simplify and organize everything, from the kitchen cupboards to the website. In the last weeks, it has been my office working space. I have files and folders for my files and folders, and everything is labeled and filed. I have never been so organized. My guidance tells me that this is in preparation for what they term the big stretch. Well, the big stretch happens when you bring in your new masculine energy to support the passion and the power of your newly activated solar feminine energy. You are enabled to function at your full potential. You are enabled to create miracles. But, as Archangel Michael says, you need to create order and structure so that the incoming torrent of blessings has somewhere to ground itself in your life. If your life is in chaos, then you will find that the energies will not ground and they will be dissipated, or they will be drawn to a place elsewhere, where they can ground successfully into a structure that has been created. This is the essence of life in the material plane, being able to use the will to direct the flow of creative energy. Now the will is not the ego. The creative will is that part of your divine masculine self that can create structural order and a platform for the manifestation of abundant blessings in your life. The feminine energy creates on the level of the dream, but the masculine energy provides the base on which the dream may manifest through the operation of the creative will. This has to do with motivation, organization, and discernment. So, the question we can ask ourselves is how motivated, organized, and discerning are we right now? Are we ready to embrace the big stretch and be all that we can be? Are we ready to accept and make place for the abundant blessings that will manifest in 2008? I have found it is not easy. I am not that hot on creative will. I tend to be a dreamer, as I am sure you can tell. But, recently, the organizational energy has kicked in, as the masculine energy seeks balance within my twin flame core or heart. I must say, I am enjoying being so well organized. It makes life flow in a much easier way. Here is what Archangel Michael has to say about the influence of the divine masculine energy in 2008. The most important alignments in 2008 will be the movements of Pluto and Jupiter. Pluto will continue to fuel change and transformation, and Jupiter will bring enlightenment and expansion. In 2008, Jupiter will be in Capricorn, an earth sign that represents the male energy. You can expect the opening out of new energy in the physical transformation of the planet, as well as an expansion and growth of the divine masculine energy on the planet. For a change, the focus will be on the masculine energy and how it expresses itself in the new earth as a partner for the new divine feminine goddess energy. I think that is quite clear, and makes sense of the energies that I have begun to feel in my life. So, I think many of you will also be feeling this, gearing up to really stretch yourselves into your full potential, or a full expression of who you are at this time. And, no, it is not easy for some of us to crank up the creative will and get it going again. We have, in general, become a culture of passive consumers, so becoming an active creator requires a shift in emphasis and perception that can be challenging. Also, as I understand it, the light codes that have been activating our DNA to affect our transformation, so far, have been coming mostly from the solar energy, as we activate and align the solar light body. As Michael has taught, integrating the solar divine feminine has been our major task in the last cycle. Now, as Michael tells me, the new codes relating to the divine masculine activations will be received through water. This is the divine marriage of cosmic fire and water, as we will experience it here on Earth. This means that water and its magic properties will become an increasingly important part of our transformation process, and clearing and purifying the waters of the planet will go hand in hand with the process of purifying our physical bodies and activating the divine masculine codes, which will in turn bring the organizational and structural changes through which we will activate the creative will and, as a collective, we will manifest the new Earth. Now, I have already spoken about the process of bringing more water into the body as a purifying agent to assist the transformation and the activation of the divine masculine codes. Now, Archangel Michael has shared some more light on the topic of how we may help to clear and purify the water of the planet. I know many of you work with crystals and with adding water of high vibration to larger bodies of water. Well, this was wonderfully effective, but there is an even more effective way. Since awakened light workers passed through the diamond gateway and integrated the diamond light into their light bodies, they have the inner ability to effectively be the purifying agent for water themselves. This insight aligns with the research of Dr. Emoto on the topic of clearing water. He recorded how a person of high consciousness was able to effectively clear polluted water solely through the act of focus and intention, which is exercised through meditation. In this process, the water which has lost its clear and crystalline shape and become dead, is enabled to remember who it is, and to resume its living crystalline shapes of perfection that carry the codes of perfection for manifestation on planet Earth. Water, as Emoto showed, responds to high-frequency consciousness that carries energies of unconditional love and gratitude, and the response is to form itself into beautiful crystals that mirror those energies. And, since Emoto has also proven that water is always connected to all water everywhere, and that the memory or experience of water can be transmitted via the interconnectedness of the fifth dimension, when water is cleared and restructured, it carries or transmits that to the body of water around the planet. And the effect is homeopathic, in that a small amount can have a powerful effect on a large body. Never underestimate the power of a motivated individual to create change. It requires only a gentle nudge, often, for the memory of perfection that is already there, to be reactivated into manifestation. This means that the more we can live in unconditional love and gratitude, the more we can transmit this energy and these patterns into the water of the planet and actively assist in the creation of the new Earth. It only requires you to engage your creative will and allow yourself to flow with the energies of unconditional love and gratitude, which are the essence of your core being, and set the intention to transmit these energies to the waters around you so that you may inform the water element that you wish to see the reflection of your own perfection and beauty, manifested through love and gratitude, in that water. And so it will be. So, it is time for us to step into our creative power, and begin to see how we can engage, on all levels, in the creation and structuring of the new Earth as a place of peace, unconditional love, gratitude, and joy. I have included this image that was sent to me through a mail. I have always loved the nautilus shell with its beautiful spiral structure. In this image, you can see the mirror of the shell's perfection reflected in the water. It speaks to me of the twin flame energy, as perfection is mirrored to perfection. And the energy of water creating the matrix for the experience of that perfection. And so, to help you to reach that place of gratitude and joy in your own hearts, here is a beautiful performance by Armand and Angelina of Amazing Grace, for the gifts we are given from Spirit in this year are indeed amazing grace.